The movie I chose to watch was As Good as It Gets. In my movie, the main character was a guy named Melvin. He has the condition of OCD, which is obsessive compulsive disorder. According to WebMD.com, OCD is a type of mental illness. People with people that have OCD have either obsessive thoughts or urges, repetitive behaviors. OCD isn't about habits, and this order can affect your whole life, like your school, your job, and even your relationship between people. The way it affects the brain is if they don't do something a certain way, the person might think that they'll get hurt. For instance, the guy in the movie, Melvin, had to turn the lock on the door 5 times to be content with it. Melvin met the criteria for abnormal in this movie because no one could touch him when walking down the street. He had to lock his door 5 times before leaving the door, and when walking on the street, he couldn't step on the cracks in the sidewalk. He had to he had to have the same table at the cafe and have the same waitress at the cafe. According to staff, the symptoms of OCD or obsessive compulsive disorder are fear of contamination or dirt, needing things orderly and symmetrical, aggressive or horrific thoughts about harming yourself or others, unwanted thoughts including aggression or sexual or religious subjects, fear of being contaminated by touching subjects others have touched. The types of treatments that Melvin received in the movie were pills and therapy. The way OCD affected Melvin was he couldn't break a daily routine, use plastic silverware at the restaurant, wasn't around a lot of people. The impact was realistically portrayed because it affected his interaction with people, and he hardly left his apartment. After watching the movie As Good as It Gets, it was it makes me realize how much of an easier life I have than others. I wouldn't be able to interact with people the way I do now, and my social skills would be bad. After watching this movie, my view on the disorder is I learned more about OCD and what it does to your life and how it affects you. People can't control themselves with this disorders when they have a condition like OCD. My overall reaction to As Good as It Gets, at some points of this movie I had to chuckle some, sometimes being what the guy did or how other people reacted to him, or how they tried to kick him out of the cafe and all he wanted was the one waitress that he had helped. After watching this movie, I also think that the disorder was portrayed in a well organized manner.